What's up, everybody? We are live over at Arc of Wrestling. I was about to do it again. I was about to fuck it up again. We are live over at twitch.tv/Arc of Wrestling. We are here with the podcast. Woo!
Hello, podcast.
Hello, podcast. We are here with the Arc crew. Say hello, Joker.
What's up?
Strike.
I've been casting all day.
Have you been casting all day?
I casted for quite a few hours.
What'd you cast it in?
Sonic.
Sonic. All right. Jonesy,
Sonic All-Stars Racing transformed.
All right. Jonesy, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Jimmy.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And I am your host, Greg. We are going to do
everybody.
We're going to do something different.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi,
everybody.
I was going to talk
Hi,
about
Dr.
this. I was going to talk about this at the beginning of the show, but I just said, hey, we're going to do it right now. What we're going to be doing is we're going to go over all the matches that are going to be happening at WrestleMania, and we're going to talk about the build-up of how the match has been so far on Raw and SmackDown. All right? Everybody understand what we're doing? That's what we're going to be doing. So, they just updated the card. It happened, we're doing this right after Raw right now. And they just updated the WrestleMania card. It looks complete. It may be missing out on 1 to 2 more matches. Who knows?
The Battle Royals.
The Battle Royal that's probably going to happen at the beginning of the pre-show. We may have a Divas match. From looking at the build-up that we had on Raw recently. So we're going to start with the match that was made today. Chris Jericho versus Fandango.
Who didn't see this coming?
Okay.
It sounds like it might be a pretty good match, actually.
You guys seem half and half on it. I'm very excited for this match.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Here's the thing. It's been 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks of build-up. This is one of the last matches they made for WrestleMania. It was Ryback and Henry and Chris Jericho and Fandango were the undercard matches of the show.
They're probably gonna make one more. They're probably gonna make one more next week.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a Divas match. I'm not quite too sure, but we'll see. But what they've done with the 2 weeks between Jericho and Fandango, especially what happened this week, I'm very excited. We're going to have 2 wrestlers debuting in their first match ever in the WWE at WrestleMania. That's Big E and that's Fandango, and I'm really excited for this match.
Yay.
So what do you guys think?
I'm not too excited at all.
About either?
Why nothing?
About either.
Why nothing? Like, come on, you have to have some kind of, thought about this.
Well,
you guys, I just want to ask you guys right now.
Let me speak, sir. Fandango, it's a waste of time.
Why is he a waste of time?
They showed his videos before the end of the year, and all of a sudden, he gets a Mania match.
He's getting a push. I think, okay, if they would have debuted him after WrestleMania, they would have probably done the same thing, but it's going to be at Extreme Rules. Having his match at WrestleMania, I think it's going to put him over big. And Johnny Curtis is a very talented person. He could hold on his own, and I think if he's just as successful as someone like Damien Sandow, he could easily make the Fandango gimmick very popular.
It's Fandango.
Whatever.
You're pronouncing his.
It's Fandango.
You're pronouncing his name wrong.
But you.
Fandango.
Especially, I mean, who else?
Tickets from him?
Who else can say that their debut match is in WrestleMania against Chris Jericho? It's very rare for anybody to say that.
Well, we all know Jericho's gonna lose.
Could he?
He's gonna.
Jericho's gonna lose to put him over. It's kind of obvious at this point.
I mean, it would be nice if you would put him over, but also think of how bad of a streak Jericho's having recently. He lost last year's WrestleMania. He lost. Oh no, he didn't lose SummerSlam. He won SummerSlam. But he's been on quite the downfall recently. He even lost against the Shield.
He won the night.
He won tonight. But over the past at least year and a half, he hasn't been doing that great.
He's not gonna beat Fandango. You don't waste the debut in a loss.
Was you about to call him Fat Dingo?
Yes.
Here's the thing. I think the Fandango gimmick, amazing. I think if Johnny Curtis can do something with this, I'd be one of the most interesting gimmicks to come out recently.
I prefer the regular Johnny Curtis thing.
I prefer the regular Johnny Curtis too. But if he could turn this into something special, he'll be someone that we're gonna remember for a while. I think someone like Damian Sandow is someone we're gonna remember for a while. He took such a very old gimmick and he was able to, put some life back into it.
I'm more Fandango after the pay-per-view. That's about it. Then I'll stop caring.
What's up?
I said I'll remember Fandango after the pay-per-view. Then I'll stop caring.
I don't know. You guys seem like such. Here, before we move on any more, what do you guys think of the current build-up right now? Out of everything building up to WrestleMania, how do you guys feel right now? No, WrestleMania in general right now.
It looks like a joke. It's going to be a joke.
Not all that interesting.
I've only seen this week's build up so far because I've been working every Raw and SmackDown night for 2 weeks now.
It's
the only thing that looks like it has any remote build-up is probably the Undertaker match and the Shield match. Those are the only things that look like that any decent build-up at all.
See, I completely disagree with you guys, 100%. Every single week since the past 2 months, it's felt like WWE's had consistent writing. There's been no filler matches. Tonight's Raw they had one filler match, the Divas match. Everything else was connected to a storyline that was going to happen at WrestleMania. Everything.
Considering last week was nothing but squash matches.
Considering 2 years ago, when 95% of the show was fillers. Considering then, now looks like a masterpiece. For how amazing the writing's changed over the past 2 years. I prefer what's happening now on TV, and I'm giving credit where credit is deserved. WWE is doing something a lot better than they were, and I'm not gonna shit on it. And because if I shit on it now, what's that telling a message to WWE? I don't like what you guys are doing now, even though you've improved over the years. So I'm just gonna continue to shit on your product until you give me something like it was back in the Attitude Era.
Shit right on it.
Well, it's not that consistent because a month ago they started feuds and then changed them the next week and then changed them the week after that.
You're getting the feud changes, but at least you're having superstars in the feud. At least Fandango isn't on a 7-month fight against jobbers. At least he's finally getting into a feud, and surprisingly, he's gonna have his debut match at WrestleMania. We're not giving him the 7-month feud like what Ryback had, where all he was doing was beating local jobbers.
Which was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. So why recreate that with another heel? Why would you want that when you're finally given this opportunity where Fandango can shine, and you're gonna be like, it's not interesting, man. Make it interesting for you.
I'd rather
pay attention to it.
To be honest,
we've already had Jericho and Ziggler, and WWE booked that poorly to where it didn't work out as well as it should have been.
And they started it back up after the Rumble, and it just fell apart.
Fell flat on his face.
Because they probably were thinking that they're going to have better things for Ziggler to do.
And look what he's doing.
He's doing a tag team, but that's fine because we get to see Big E.
It's a tag team.
Especially if they win.
It's technically a filler match.
No, especially if they win. If Ziggler and Big E win the tag team titles, it would change what you think that was a filler match to something that actually probably meant something. And especially if he cashes in at WrestleMania as well and he walks out with both the tag team championships and the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what I'm saying. I think
if he loses, it's still a filler.
If he loses, yeah, it's a filler match because they should have done Kane Bryan versus Rhodes Scholar, something they've been building up for the past 3 months in the first place. But I think if WWE is booking this in the way to make Ziggler look strong, because let's face it, Ziggler since that Cena feud hasn't been the best Ziggler that we've seen in a while. So
he wasn't the best before he got thrown into the Team Foley thing in Survivor Series.
He was doing better though. I think when he was feuding with Jericho, Ziggler was on the road of getting into that main spot.
But before that, he was doing nothing, and then he got thrown to a random thing with Jericho.
Because before that, he was in a black hole with Zack Ryder and Jack Swagger.
And then he went and did the thing with Team Foley as a filler.
But here's the thing, Mike. At least he's doing something.
And then he's doing nothing again.
No, he's doing something. He has a WWE Tag Team title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, as a filler.
Okay.
He's against the Tag Team Championships. It doesn't matter if it's a filler, especially if he walks out of there with the Tag Team titles. You can't call it a filler yet until we exactly know what the results of the matches.
It's technically a filler because he could be doing something
And
far
here's
more
the thing.
important.
4 or 5 weeks ago, they started this feud. At least 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Like a week and a half ago.
No, more than that.
Alright,
It's
2
at least
weeks
been
ago.
2 weeks. I think the build-up, what they've been doing, it's nothing extravagant. It's something that they decided last minute because they didn't know who to pair up Kane and Daniel Bryan with. Because they broke up Team Rhodes Hard before that feud ever ended.
And look where they are now. They're back together.
While the booking of this has been flawed, for what they've been doing, it's a much better product than it was. And that's why I feel that the build-up to WrestleMania, and there's been build-up, just because you guys are watching Raw, because we just finished watching Raw, and I'm saying there was a lot of build-up for WrestleMania. A lot. Every minute of Raw tonight was build-up for WrestleMania. That's the best. That was some of the best build-up I've seen just for a regular pay-per-view in years. Because half the time, the pay-per-view matches are just filled with fillers. In the end of 2012, we had like 5 different pay-per-views that just had filler matches.
Well, I just think that the tag and the Fandango match are rushed. Because all of a sudden, Fandango, Jericho can't pronounce his name, and then all of a sudden, a week later, they get a WrestleMania match.
That's the word I would use.
It feels rushed.
I feel that if they were ever going to capitalize on this, they should have made up their minds a lot sooner. Like maybe around at the end of Royal Rumble. That's when you should have all your matches confirmed. This is going to be our card for WrestleMania. Now let's start working on it. You shouldn't wait 2 or 3 weeks right before Mania to start building up for something.
Yeah, that's what they did with the tag title match too. It's like, the Kane and Bryan wrestled the Primetime Players. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
They wrestled the Primetime Players 2 weeks in a row. All of a sudden, Dolph Ziggler beats both of them. All of a sudden, tag title match. It seems rushed.
But seeing the situation that they are right now, and then some of these feuds are in a spot where they only have 2 to 3 weeks to build up for their match at WrestleMania. They're doing it with time. A lot of these guys are getting promo time. Now, I didn't believe that Chris Jericho or Fandango were going to get a lot of TV time tonight. But they had reasonable time on TV. Fandango was out there very quickly, but he proved a point, and he made out there and did a statement that he should have done. At least they're not going to have him as a goofy gimmick. That's what Fandango. That's why I thought Fandango was going to be in the first place. He dropped
that leg.
He's ready, brother. He was going to be a very goofy gimmick, and I didn't want him to be that way. I didn't want him to be a goofy gimmick. But tonight he proved me wrong. He destroyed Jericho in the ring. Absolutely destroyed him. And that's the kind of good momentum you need going into your match at WrestleMania. Just destroying.
Dance like an idiot.
That's his gimmick. He's a fucking Latin dancer. You're going to throw a Latin dancer out there and not have him dance? That's like throwing a guy with a baseball gimmick and not having him come out with a baseball and a bat.
Not when you're jumping somebody.
He's got a basketball.
He's got a football.
And even on commentary, they were saying that Fandango dancing over Jericho was just a sign of disrespect. And I like that they're going to come up with ways for wrestlers to show disrespect to another wrestler. And it's not just, the usual, come and spit in your face sort of way. Fandango's way of showing disrespect to someone like Chris Jericho is dancing over his beaten body. That's what I like about that. It has a sense of attitude behind it.
All I want to know is, where was Brad Maddox to botch and get buried?
Poor Brad Maddox. I wanted him to be on the show tonight. I really wanted Brad Maddox to be on the show tonight. Maybe later they
He
could.
wasn't.
Maybe later they could team up Johnny Curtis and Brad Maddox. Create team stupid sexy.
God.
One of the matches I felt the build-up is just not there because they rushed it too quickly. And I think this one's rushed a lot more quickly than the Chris Jericho Fandango feud. Ryback versus Mark Henry. They, tonight on Raw, they didn't even confront each other. They had separate matches against, Henry fought 2 guys, Ryback fought 3. But that's it. 2 weeks to WrestleMania, and you're not going to have 2 guys who are wrestling each other even say a word to one another. I said it on Twitter. I went on Twitter and I was like, I want Mark Henry to cut a promo tonight. I want him to say something to Ryback so we could get some blood flowing into that feud. And nothing. Not even a pump. Not even a pump.
Yay.
That's what I do.
Whoa.
Oh, it's gonna be the most boring match of the night.
I love the opinions coming out of you guys' mouth.
We're starting off with the most uninteresting matches.
Well, you could still talk about them, is what I'm saying. You have an opinion on everything, and I think that opinion should be...
It's going to be a boring match. All it's going to be is just a bunch of slamming.
I don't think I honestly don't think the Ryback versus Mark Henry match would be too bad.
I do.
I don't think it would be too bad either.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because I like Mark Henry, but I think it might be a pretty good match. Maybe not the best, but it's definitely not going to be the worst.
You can't hold
Mark Henry moving around 2 miles an hour.
No, you can't hold every match to the standard of a match, something like Punk versus Bryan. You have to hold it to the standards of what the wrestlers can do. If someone like Mark Henry can work the ring, have some spots here and there, then that's how you hold the standard of a match. You look at a match like Triple H or Brock Lesnar, and you think, how great could that match be? That's how I'm going to hold the standard to that match. I look at both those guys' talent in the ring, and that's how I'm going to base my opinion off of it. I'm not going to base my opinion of a John Cena Rock match to something like a CM Punk Undertaker match, because the talent is completely not the same. John Cena is not CM Punk, and The Rock is not The Undertaker, so why compare either one of those matches to either one's standards? They should be, I think when it comes to giving an opinion to a match, to a feud, it should be held to the standards of what the superstars can do rather than what's happened in the past.
Well, considering I've seen Mark Henry do a feud with the big guy before in the Big Show, it was boring, bland, and just uninteresting.
I thought the Mark Henry feud and Big Show was actually pretty decent. I felt a lot of the stuff Big Show's been doing over the past couple years have been pretty decent, especially what he's been doing as a heel.
All we got out of the Big Show Henry thing was the broken ring.
The broken ring, yeah. I mean, that was a surprise factor. A lot of people actually didn't see that coming, which a lot of people were very positive about them doing.
You see what I'm saying, though? I don't really judge people and their talent every once in a while, but when you get 2 slow and boring guys...
Well, I don't see Mark Henry as boring, and I just felt that we haven't seen a lot from Ryback.
I'm getting flashbacks of Lesnar Goldberg.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
I can understand. Okay, I can understand your point there.
Neither one of them are heading into a football career.
Only one was heading to a football career. But I'm still seeing Lesnar Goldberg, 2 big guys. It's going to be slow. It's going to be boring.
Yeah, but again, they were both leaving after.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You still put on a good match. My point is, the crowd's going to lose interest.
No, they won't. It's the smarky New York crowd.
You'd be surprised. The crowd's going to lose interest.
Tonight we had the Philly crowd. The Philly crowd was all right. And another thing I said on Twitter, the Philly crowd can be your best crowd if you give them something to cheer about. One of the matches they had on Raw tonight, it was Wade Barrett versus The Miz, a match I thought was going to be at WrestleMania. And they were chanting boring throughout the entire match.
Well, before that, Triple H kicked him in kicked Barrett in the nuts.
Oh yeah, he pretty much buried Barrett. But if you look at something like if you give something to the Philly crowd, they'll cheer for it. If you give something to the New Jersey crowd to cheer for, they will cheer for it. It just has to be good. It has to be decently written. And I felt a lot of things that were on this show tonight were decently written. The opening promo CM Punk and The Undertaker had, absolutely amazing. Well, what Punk had, and then Undertaker came out and appeared in the ring. Yeah. But Punk's promo tonight was amazing. Absolutely. It was one of his best promos since I'd say the summer promo. Nothing up to that nothing up to that par, but it was damn fucking good of a promo.
It's funny how Heyman is with Punk on nights that Lesnar's not there. Like
What?
when Lesnar was, it's funny when Heyman's with Punk on nights that Lesnar's not there. It's like when Lesnar was there last week, Heyman wasn't with Punk. This week he's with Punk. Lesnar's not there.
Well, from what I heard from one of the news reports on Dirt Sheets, that they believe that Heyman doesn't have to be there for Punk. That they think that Punk can work with Undertaker without any of Heyman's help. Which I think it's smart. Thank God that WWE thinks of CM Punk as something a lot better than someone who needs a manager to be working with. And really, what does Heyman do to Punk's character and just support him? And don't get me wrong, I love Heyman and what he's doing with Punk right now. But you don't need him there for the Undertaker feud. Punk's working great as himself. Heyman's there for just, to boost Punk's image. That he has, a great person like Paul Heyman supporting him.
He can carry around the urn.
Yeah, he can carry around the urn. That's what he should be there for. Carry around the urn. Because Punk can do what he did last night. And he shocked me when I was watching that promo. I was like, God damn, this is one of the best promos they've done. I'm excited for the match at WrestleMania now. I am super excited. Last week was alright.
Already?
Last week's, I build off my hype from what they do in the ring and promo-wise. So, I'm not going to be excited about a match that just looks good on paper. I want to see it start developing into something amazing.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
And I'm loving the way that it's getting directed right now.
It's gonna be a slobber knocker.
By God!
Let's talk about Randy, Sheamus, and Big Show versus
That's
The
not-
Shield.
Believe
Is he
in the
gonna
Shield.
turn heel yet?
What?
I read a report that the Shield's gonna win that match because Orton's gonna turn heel.
I hope so.
I don't know. The Shield? What? The Shield hasn't been defeated yet.
Well, I can see it. Orton, RKO, and Sheamus out of nowhere.
Or what
And
about
the
Big
Shi-
Show?
He'll be taken
He'll
out.
be doing his own thing because he's a tweener right now.
Let me
He'll
ask,
He'll probably get power bombed or something.
is Big Show... Do you think Big Show's on the road to turning face again?
I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be a tweener.
You think he's going to be a tweener?
Yeah.
A big tweener, or just like, it's Big Show?
It's gonna be like I can be heel and then like out of nowhere I can be face. He'll still be doing his like I have my ironclad knock you out thing.
Here's the thing about tweeners. Tweeners are hard to book because you're going to have to continue to put them in shit. You have to continue to put him in storylines and all that to, keep his image as someone who doesn't work for anybody.
Well, that's what they've been doing with him.
Tweeners are someone that you're going to have to keep on TV and then you have to continue to push because it's easy just to call someone a babyface or a heel because, those are just subcategories. But tweener's someone you have to show off. That you have to continue to, look, this guy is a tweener. He doesn't care about any other person except for himself. And that's
So
someone you have to
basically-
constantly put into storylines.
So basically, what Steve Austin was.
Yeah. You can't have, like, a jobber who's a tweener. I see it as that. You can't have a jobber who's a tweener because the jobber's never on TV.
Sure, you can.
No. No, you can't.
JTG.
Oh, Lisa Fox, who
No,
constantly
she's
turns
garbage.
turns face and heel on a.
flops.
Yeah, she flip flops. But let's get back to the main 6-man tag. What do you guys think of the current build-up right now?
Collie's dead.
Why couldn't he kill Zack Ryder?
Because Zack Ryder
Push
has
me.
talent.
Here, an idiot.
Because like I
Push
said
me.
a while ago, the Shield is a heels. They're heels, and
I'm Zack Ryder. Push me, damn it.
Push me off a cliff.
because they're heels and they don't care about the good people. They want the good people to suffer.
Well, it's funny how the Shield wanted to Ryback got Kane and Bryan. After that, it became Sheamus and Cena with Ryback. After that, it's become Sheamus now. So who's it going to become after that? The Big Show? It seems like every time there's a feud with the Shield, 2 guys get knocked off and 1 remains.
Mae Young's son.
Ryback hasn't even been in the Shield yet, has he?
I know. No, he hasn't. But I'm saying, after Elimination Chamber, well, before TLC it was Ryback, the main guy. And after that, he was just the 3rd guy. And after Elimination Chamber, it turned into Sheamus as the main guy. So who's going to be the main guy to fight the Shield after WrestleMania? Big Show?
Is Sheamus the main guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't
yeah.
even seem like it. I feel it's very balanced between all 3 of them, though.
Yeah, he's been the main guy. He's been the one calling him out the entire time.
I don't know. It feels very balanced.
He's the one who's
now.
always getting attacked first.
Yeah. Like tonight, he got jumped first again. And he had to be saved.
by Orton.
No, by Big Show.
Oh.
No,
What-
Big Show saved him all. Orton got
Okay.
beat.
Okay, Orton came in and he jumped him and then they saved Big Show. Big Show saved them.
I don't know.
So-
I'm thinking it's gonna be pretty decent.
That's going to be a good match.
I think it's gonna be an awesome match.
Watch it be like second from the top of the card though.
I kind of want it to be a
Before the
TLC
Divas
match.
Nah, no TLC match. Why would you want to have another TLC match with pinfalls?
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
Why would you want that? It could be a tables match.
TLC match for Big Show's ironclad contract.
Oh god.
Tables elimination match.
It could be a table match.
An Inferno match.
An Inferno. Get
Yes,
out.
brother.
All
Get
right.
out.
Yeah,
Um,
high strap match.
Get out.
Yeah, Popeye.
World Heavyweight Championship match. Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio.
The best world title match of the night.
Which one? Oh, with Cesaro.
No. I'm talking about the world title match at WrestleMania.
Oh, yes.
It's
Best
gonna be the
world
best
title.
title match of the 2.
It's gonna be a good
What if-
match.
What if it winds up only being like 5 minutes long?
It's not gonna be 5 minutes long.
This one
Jack
has
Swagger
it has
makes him
too
tap
much.
in 3 seconds.
It has
so,
too.
so you're saying this when last year we had 18 seconds?
You do
Well,
was
the
to set a
feud-
record, right? Which didn't happen.
The feud with Daniel Bryan and Sheamus wasn't that build as much as the current feud with Jack Swagger and Del Rio is.
The anti-American thing happened before Elimination Chamber, so there's a month and a half of build-up so far. You kind of saw it coming a mile away. And they're not gonna botch or intentionally screw up another world title match just to set a record.
Is it going to be the first match of the night again?
I hope not.
I goddamn hope not. What should be the first match?
Logic.
What should be the first match? The tag title match.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barrett's.
probably.
Barrett doesn't have a match.
It's going to be him versus Miz.
Oh,
That'll probably be the pre-show match.
It's probably gonna because I think they said the pre-show is
No,
gonna be an hour
Cesaro's
long.
getting done. Cesaro's going to be pre-show.
No, well, the pre-show is gonna be an hour long, so I'm expecting they're gonna have more than just one match. They may
Divas
have
title match.
they may have 3 matches for the 1 hour show.
Divas,
JTG might show up.
Divas title match, Battle Royal, and Intercontinental title match. That's what I see happening.
Do you think the Battle Royal is gonna be a number 1 contenders match, or is it gonna be for the title?
For which title?
U.S.
I hope not.
Could it be number one contender and
number
have the
one.
match later on in the show?
It's gonna be number one.
So Cesaro's going to have a title match on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Probably.
Was that confirmed?
No, I'm just saying.
Not
Do you
yet.
think if there's going to be a battle royal, is the battle royal going to be a number one contenders match, or is it going to be a championship match? Because if it's a number one contenders match, wouldn't that mean that the championship match is going to be later on in the show?
Probably.
Why can't we have a championship scramble?
If anything's 8 seconds long, it'll probably be that match if it happens. Somebody will come out and bury Cesaro in 7 seconds.
Why? Cesaro, what? He's been on a losing streak recently, hasn't he?
So is Barrett,
So is Barrett. Wow.
except for last week.
Doesn't that normally happen during the WrestleMania season? They just focus on certain people.
Not with their mid-card champions.
Well, no, they used
And
him.
with everyone else, they just kind of flounder about until WrestleMania is over, then it picks that back up.
Well, I think, honestly, this is what they do with their mid-card now. They take their champions and they use the mid-card champions to help build up the heavyweight championships.
Isn't Cesaro the longest reigning champ right now?
No, yeah. And Hell No has held the tag team championships longer than anybody in the past 4 years.
Well, to be fair, they haven't really had challengers.
That's true. They really
They've all
haven't.
gotten buried.
Yeah.
Rufus Pancakes Patterson. He gonna win it.
Shut up.
Patterson.
Don't care about
Patterson.
Patterson.
No holds
Shut
barred
up, Mike. It's
match.
the best thing ever.
Yeah, for you.
No holds barred match. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. Triple H's career is on the line. They finally confirmed that it's going to be his wrestling career and not his actual COO position.
Bork's not winning.
Oh, no, definitely he's not winning.
No.
Triple H is
They're
going
just
over
gonna kill
Lesnar.
Bork off.
Because Brock
Maybe even
Lesnar
out that.
already won that SummerSlam. Why would he win again?
They should've-
Who knows? They might swerve us.
Yes.
They could always do a swerve, but it honestly wouldn't make no sense.
But they could have
Wouldn't make
him lose, and then Vince comes back and goes, "Oh, by the way, you're back again."
Because I'm Vince, damn it.
No, I couldn't.
Which
It was me all along, Triple H.
they could have Steph reinstated.
Wasn't Steph supposed to get into this? I've been hearing a lot of rumors that a lot of the McMahon family and people who are connected to Triple H in some way, which is probably like the Clique and shit like that, they're gonna be at ringside for Triple H.
His entire family's supposed to be
Talking
at
his torn
ringside.
butthole.
X-Pac and his torn. Oh,
Torn
fuck.
butt. Let's get to that later.
We'll get to that
Talk
later.
about that later.
His entire family's supposed to be there.
It's gonna be
What about
interesting
Shane?
to see everybody there.
Shane's too busy with his Chinese thing.
Cable company.
Yeah. I doubt he's gonna be there. But Stephanie's supposed to be there. Stephanie, I hope Brock F5's one of the kids to the table.
Here's
Why did we bring our children?
Here's one of the lowest things I thought was good on Raw tonight. Triple H's promo at Lesnar. I felt what Triple H did tonight wasn't that great. It should have been. I felt it could have been a lot better than what he did tonight.
I still want to see him triple powerbomb one of the kids through the steps.
But I definitely think they should go all out at WrestleMania. I think you should go to the fucking streets. Take that shit to the streets.
They'd have a
Show me
long
some
way.
blood.
He'd have a long way to go.
Throw them off the top of the stadium.
Oh God! What are you looking for? Suicide?
No, you can put padding down there.
You go,
Get Shane back for one of his insane stunts.
dude. You know how high that would be?
It'd be a fun fall.
Yeah, for who?
Put a netting like halfway down or something.
Disguise it with like a box of flames.
You'd have to get like a super tall dumpster just to catch him.
A super,
Because that would probably hurt.
a super tall dumpster.
Yes, extremely tall bastard.
What about those netting the circus performers use?
Where would you tie it to?
A
I don't know.
dumpster.
Find a way to do it.
Would you,
He doesn't have to fall all the way down. Just make it look like he's falling all the way down.
like,
Just put bungee cords on them and have them fucking battle like right on top of this ring.
Get a
Have
stunt
like
ball.
floating
Get a stunt
obstacles and
ball.
have them like jump over obstacle to obstacle and fight. Do that Russian
Hardcore
shit.
battle.
They should do that Russian. Remember the MMA Russian show?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do that.
I can see it now. They're gonna go up to the very tippy top of the stadium. Triple H is gonna get thrown off, and then miraculously he's gonna come back from the dead
And bury him.
to win the
He's
match.
gonna just float back up.
I want Lesnar to turn over
Thanks.
the ring.
Thanks, Undertaker.
All right. Since the show's going absolutely nowhere, let's talk about.
Wait! You were gonna say you wanted Brock to do what?
I wanted Brock to turn over the ring, completely pick it up and like throw it onto Triple H. All right. Let's talk about.
Be surrounded by sofas to throw.
Angry.
Let's talk about CM Punk
Right.
versus The Undertaker.
I thought we already talked about that. In the beginning.
No, we didn't actually talk about the match. How's the build-up?
But here's the thing. What happens if what about the weather? What happens if it's pouring down rain?
Oh yeah,
It'd be the
wait.
best WrestleMania ever.
Isn't New York having like a snowstorm right now?
They
Yeah.
were.
They were. Obviously, like snows in New Jersey.
Well, I read the temperature's supposed to be in the 60s that day.
All right, so it'll be fun.
Just
It'd be
picture
hilarious
Brock
if everyone just
Lesnar
starts
versus
slipping and
Triple H
sliding
in
around.
the pouring rain.
As long as it's not raining, I think we're gonna be fine.
Well,
But I
I
think we're gonna have to be a little cautious about it raining.
I think rain would add more dramatic effect.
you're gonna have
Like if it's pouring down and it looks all dramatic.
Like if Triple H still had his long hair, it'd look way cooler in the rain.
get up. You're gonna drown today, buddy. Yeah, but what happens if it like thunders, and lightnings, and thunders?
And
Bullet
thunders.
wouldn't hit him.
My God,
They're not like completely surrounded by metal.
They are technically completely surrounded by metal.
Yeah, but everything
God,
else
the
is much
Undertaker's been
higher,
striked.
and a much better target.
That
Yeah,
lightning bolt hit the
We'll
Undertaker.
just say it's the Undertaker controlling the weather.
That would suck if you paid. That would suck if you paid $3,000 for a seat at WrestleMania and you're just getting poured on by rain.
I thought
Well-
the front rows were only like 1,000.
No, they're a lot more expensive than that.
Well, to be fair, it is in a football stadium, so they should be used to it. So it's outdoors. They should be used to the elements.
They're probably going to cover
And then-
the ring though because they don't want the ring getting wet.
But you know what this means? John Cena could be struck by lightning.
He'd no sell it.
There's that 0.1 chance. Like Cena's gonna get shot by lightning.
If Cena got struck by lightning,
He can't.
he'd no sell
see,
it.
The Undertaker's powers have hit Cena.
He'll turn into Thor, and he'll
No.
become a lot more super than ever.
Do not talk shit about Thor. I'm sorry, but calling Cena Thor is bullshit.
Cena's
Only
Thor
if he
Joker.
grows a beard.
Triple H was Thor.
He was Thor.
He carries around the hammer and just smashes the shit out of it.
All right. So, what do you guys think of the promo Punk had at the opening of the show?
He still had the urn. Where was Ern Anderson?
Yeah, Ern
He wanted
Anderson.
Ern Anderson.
Where was he
Either
at?
Ern Anderson or Pancake Patterson tonight.
Did you see that picture, Greg?
What picture?
The Ern Anderson group.
I have it up on the stream.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Ern Anderson, best earned ever.
But what do you guys think of the actual promo?
Needed more Ern Anderson.
It was okay, I guess.
It needed more Paul Heyman not looking so awkward.
I thought it was.
He looked bored.
Again, I'll say that was
Yeah.
one of the best promos Punk.
It
put
needed
on.
more Heyman tossing the urn to Punk.
Was that a football toss, or did he just like throw it in the air?
It looked. I think he
That-
just tossed them in the air.
'Cause it'd be pretty sweet if he tossed it in the air like a football. Donovan McNabb, y'all. Donovan McNabb.
Well, I think he did toss it like a football because CM Punk started doing a Heisman.
Oh God.
Hey, all right.
Heyo, this is like
Oh,
you can tell this Raw drained energy out of everybody.
No,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this Raw. I was so excited to talk about this Raw, but none of you,
The
all
last
of you are just
40
so
minutes
fucking
of the Raw
tired.
killed me.
Why did it kill you?
The last
It
20
went
minutes
20
of Raw killed me.
It went 22 minutes over. You are over exaggerating, brother.
It started at
It
brother,
started exactly at 5 o'clock.
brother.
no, the Rock and Cena thing started at like 45.
What Rock and Cena thing?
Their
Debate
debate.
thing.
Master debating.
Oh
was-
no,
that was-
but it was still it was a 3 hour and 22 minute Raw. That's because it ended at 8:22 at night.
Yeah, but the Cena and Rock thing took forever.
Yeah,
that-
it
was
went
still garbage.
it went 22 minutes over.
Yeah, that
Watch
drug
Raw
on.
become, watch
It was
Raw
so
become 4
pointless, who
hours
cares?
now.
Yeah, it drug on way too long.
Here's the thing, and there's only one thing I liked about that promo. Cena saying that he needs to beat The Rock because he couldn't beat him the last time. Like, he finally admitted that he has flaws. He's not Super Cena anymore. For the first time ever, I've seen Cena admit that he lost and that he wants to like hurt The Rock. Like
There was
he has
also
like a bad
Dusty
side to
teasing
him
that
now.
heel turn for Cena.
Let's hope to God that was a tease to something, a change in Cena's character. Because if
Doubt
we're
it.
gonna get the same Cena after WrestleMania, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last.
Alright, well, back to the Taker thing.
Back to the Taker thing.
When he came out, he looked like he could still move flawlessly.
He did.
Yeah.
He was throwing those punches.
It didn't look like he lost a step at all.
Is
Not-
it me or did he look skinnier? Because it looked like he had a bit of a gut last year.
Yeah, last year he had a gut. Last year he looked a little out of shape, and even people said that.
Was it? He looked like he was wearing pants tonight.
Was he?
I wasn't paying attention
Yeah,
to
I
that.
wasn't paying attention
Yeah,
too much to
I
that.
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, we don't pay attention to him like that.
Well, he looked like he was in his biker Taker outfit.
It might have been. But he looked like he could still move. So
It
which is a
looked
good thing.
Which is, yeah, it's definitely a good thing because that means we could end up getting a super good match at WrestleMania.
Well, of course it's going to be a super good match. Look who it is.
You got two of the best technical wrestlers.
You got two of the best wrestlers in the company wrestling. That should be the main event, but it won't be. Sadly.
All right.
We get that 50-minute debate match.
I'll talk about the pay-per-view, not tonight.
Well, no, we're gonna get that too.
WWE title match: John Cena versus The Rock. The hype. What do you guys think of that final debate?
It's overhyped. This match is
They're,
Hey.
they're master
Right.
debaters.
Like
I
like I
hated
said
it.
again. Like I said again. I didn't like that promo at all. But there was one thing that I did like about it, and was what John Cena said that he wanted to beat The Rock.
American
The only thing I liked about it was
dream.
Dusty Rhodes talking.
No. I mean, Dusty Rhodes is great, but what John Cena said, it really made me just the slightest feel of excitement for the match. That maybe John Cena could lead to something bigger for John Cena. But before you say something, Mike, Joker wanted to say something really quickly. What did you say, Joker?
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I hated that fucking promo, that debate. It sucked. I lost full attention of it, that I just didn't care anymore. It was so boring and pointless.
You could tell Booker was the guy they replaced Flair with.
I got a question, though. What? Cena's going to be the Donovan McNabb of WWE now?
What?
So he's gonna be injured all the time.
He's going to be the Donovan McNabb of WWE now? He's going to win the WWE title,
Oh,
Donovan
yeah.
McNabb,
Yeah, pretty much.
and go from across the country as Donovan McNabb. It's
Donovan McNabb's gonna be in Cena's corner.
it's oh god, it's funny how the Eagles fans crap on the third best quarterback in that team's history. Like
Cena says he's the best ever.
it's not even it's that sad. Best quarterback they've had in a decade, and they still boo him. Oh, and I love Rock stories; they're so great.
Oh, we all love them.
Picking stuff out of mattresses. Oh man,
Fruity Pebbles.
it's riveting stuff.
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
How much you want to bet that Rock's making all of this up?
He is.
No, I wouldn't
fans
say.
behind him.
I wouldn't say he's making a lot of it up.
I was talking about like his personal stories.
Oh, the personal stories, I think they're all complete bullshit. But I'm talking about, if you're talking about something like what The Rock's been talking about, how he loves the company, I wouldn't say that he's making that up.
I would say he's making that part up too.
No.
If he really loved the company, he would have been back sooner than when he did come back.
You can love a company, but that doesn't mean that you have to be back when you say you love it.
I didn't say you had to be back all the time. I said you had to be back every once in a while. It took him 8 years to come back.
Because he wanted to pursue some bigger things.
Yeah, but if you love something, you come back to it not that long.
Edge loves WWE, but he's definitely not going to be coming back.
Because he can't.
Because he's injured and can't go back.
Because he's
He's
dead.
physically unable.
What's he going to come back for? A 5-minute?
They'll make him come back like Bret Hart.
You're living in a
Early
wheelchair now.
block.
What's he going to come back for? A 5-minute promo?
Christian's gonna win again, and then be like, let's bring him back.
Yeah, he's going to come back for a 5-minute promo that doesn't even involve him to begin with. We
I
can't.
think you don't, but you actually do because I'm injured.
Edge appreciation night.
Hey, Edge, you want to come back for this feud? Sure, but I can't take any bumps. Okay, come back anyway. You can be like Brett. You can bury everybody in the ring.
4 out of 10.
Edge needs to do DDP yoga.
Yoga's not going to save him.
Yes, it will.
Well, his spine is completely destroyed.
If DDP Yoga can save Edge, it can save Draws.
Oh.
Can it save Bret Hart?
No, it can't.
You have a stroke midway through the yoga. Now raise your arms up for the DDP sign.
And then fall off another motorcycle.
Bang! Heart attack.
Falls down on Jake the Snake while he's trying to fight. Breaks.
Can it save one of the Bell's palsy
Scott
attack?
Hall put the,
Oh,
Scott
that
Hall
is
puts the
terrible.
razor edge
You are
on him.
terrible people.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you people?
Can it
Breaks-
save Kamala?
Breaks Scott Hall's other hip.
Oh,
Oh,
his leg magically appears again.
can it insta heal Kevin Nash's torn quads? Oh man.
Nothing can save that.
I miss Thor Nash.
But yeah, DDP Yoga cannot save Edge's broken neck.
His broken freaking neck.
Just physically impossible.
I heard that DDP wants to. Well, apparently they're trying to get Sonny, or at least that they or at least everybody wants to.
Ah,
Apparently everybody wants to start pushing Sonny towards DDP Yoga.
Oh, I think they're pushing
If
off
we
the
could
cliff.
save Scott Hall, they could save her.
She's gonna
Can
like
they
start
s-
sucking everybody off over there.
can they save Owen
In
Hart?
the accountability crib, yeah.
Can they save Owen Hart? Oh wait a minute.
Oh,
That joke
Can they
fell
save
flat on
Austin
its face.
I love to say that. That was terrible. All right. All in all, what'd you guys think of Raw?
Eh,
It was pretty good. I'd say maybe about a 7 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Not enough
5 out of 10, no Jappy, no Tokyo Dome.
Thank you, Dave Meltzer.
6.5 out of 10.
6.5. I'm gonna give it an 8.2. I thought that was an awesome
Going
Raw.
off the numbers tonight.
I thought that was an awesome Raw.
8.25978 too.
I don't care what you guys think. I thought that was one of the best Raws they put on in quite a long time.
It's too generous.
No.
That's a little generous.
No. I think the third hour was probably its worst hour. But I think the first 2 hours were really successful.
The third hour is always the worst hour because they stop trying after a while.
No, it's not that they stopped trying. I think they've just run out of material. The third hour is really hard to pull off because you just wrote a 2-hour show. Go on and write another hour worth of it.
Yeah,
And-
they're supposed to be writing their main events.
Yeah, but it's not that easy. I'm not sure what you guys think that the process of screenwriting is, but it's not the hardest fucking thing to do. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Obviously, not the hardest thing to do. They can come up with crap like that.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're gonna come up with crap like that because that's the quality you're gonna get by the time you start writing for that. You understand? Like the quality's gonna get worse and worse the more you write because you're starting to lose, ideas the further you go into it.
Let's throw more commercials in.
More I'm coming home promos.
I'm coming
let's-
home. I'm
Guys,
coming
I'm coming home,
home.
guys.
I'm gonna rape everybody at home.
That's kind of creepy.
I'm coming now. I'm coming now.
Oh,
Oh.
Tell the world
I'm
I'm coming now.
I'm in my sister and I'm
Wash
coming now.
away. All the time.
I'm in my sister and I'm ready to come. I'm
What?
coming home. I'm coming home.
What?
What? Coming.
That's
now.
wrong state, Drake. Wrong state.
But yeah, overall, Raw was great. Raw was amazing.
For you.
No,
Yeah,
not
for
for me.
movies.
Because I'm not stubborn and ignorant like you guys and won't enjoy anything WWE will put on just for the
I
fact
liked the
that
first 2 hours, but then The Rock happened.
I'll enjoy it when it's good.
I enjoyed what they put on. WWE's PG. Why are you going to complain about a PG product?
I'm not complaining about the writing. I'm complaining about the content. What's being
The content is the writing.
Yeah,
Everything, all the content is written. It's so if you complain about the content, you complain about what the writers are writing.
Yes, I'm complaining about the content, Greg.
The content. Sorry.
Thank
Fuck. What's the next?
I love the continent.
See,
You were said 7.5 out of 10.
Here,
By the way, Jimmy said 4 out of 10. It was garbage.
here's the thing, and it's something that aggravates me a lot. There's a lot of people on Twitter who say, "Oh, we want the Attitude Era back. Oh, we want this and this back." But then when you ask them, do you think that WWE will ever be as good as the Attitude Era?
Here's your problem.
What do you guys think is the most common question, the common answer when you ask the internet wrestling community? Do you think WWE will be as good or better as the Attitude Era? What's the common answer? No, Mike, answer my thing. I'm not done.
Here's your problem.
What?
You went to Twitter, and all of the people on Twitter are biased.
What do you want me to go? Where do you want me to
All
get?
those Indian kids that like.
Yeah,
Tumblr.
do you want me to go jump on the WWE India and ask them, hey, what do you guys think of this?
You can
No, you're gonna get the most. You're gonna get a biased answer as well. I'm basing the Twitter wrestling community off of the entire internet wrestling community because
Are you black
that's the
people?
biggest form. That's the biggest form that we could have access to right now to ask
Why did you-
questions.
Why did you block me, Arc of Wrestling?
And
Why did you block me?
I
Arc
respect
of
you very
Wrestling?
I
Why you
respect
block
you
me?
I respect you very much.
and if you ask any wrestling fan, do you think WWE will be as good or better than the Attitude Era? Their answer most of the time will always be no. And I just want to ask you guys one question. If you don't think that WWE will ever be as good as it used to be, why are you watching?
I'm watching
Because
for
I have
new
nothing better to do on a
anti-hero.
Monday night.
Why are you watching if you strongly believe that wrestling will never be as good as it used to be?
Because you're a
Because they don't have a strong anti-hero, and I'm waiting for that.
Because if you're a diehard fan, you don't quit watching something cold turkey because it's bad. Everything has a down period.
But then,
we just
if
had-
you're a diehard fan, just like you could be a diehard sports fan. You don't always say, oh, the Raiders are gonna suck next season. Oh, the Raiders are gonna suck next season, and next season, next season after that, and next season, they're never gonna be good. They are never gonna be good. Why be a fan in the first place if you believe that a company, that a business where content changes every single week, is never gonna be good?
Because you're
why
hoping
watch
for
it?
them to turn around.
But that's the thing. If you don't think they're ever going to turn around, why wait and see if they're going to turn around? If you believe, if you strongly
it's
believe.
your last glimmer of hope.
No, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. though.
You're holding on in the hopes that they get good, but you know that they're not going to be good.
Then what? Oh god. If you, okay, you could hope, but there's hope and there's knowing. If you know that they're not going to be good, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to believe in my hope because I know nothing's going to be good. I won't
We
watch a
hope-
show hoping it's going to be good the next episode, but it's going to be shit.
Well,
I
like
know it's
said,
going to be shit.
If you're not, if it's
It brings up a point.
yeah. Jimmy said last couple months ago you were anti-wrestling, you wanted to boycott it. Now you're praising it left and right.
Because, I'll be honest, I've had a little revelation when it comes to wrestling. I've changed my view tremendously.
Because you had
but-
hope that the product would get better in your eyes,
And it
to
has
you
gotten
did.
better.
And there you go then. Diehard wrestling fans can know it's gonna suck, but have hope that it can turn around.
Yeah.
For them.
But I never said that I hated the corporation. I said that what the writers are doing right now, it's shit, and I want them to change it. I never said that it's never going to be better. I never went out there and said WWE is never going to be good. It's never going. I was hoping for that change. I've asked for that change. I wanted that change. I wanted that change on a constant basis. But I'm
And you
not
did-
like any other wrestling fan who said it's never going to be good. It's never going to be up to the caliber of Attitude Era. And I completely disagree with that. I think that one day WWE will be as strong as they were back in the
The first
Attitude
problem
Era.
is they need a good anti-hero like Austin.
No.
And they haven't
That's
had
not-
one since Austin.
Austin, honestly, Austin wasn't an anti-hero.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He was
He was the
anti.
guy-
He was anti-establishment, not anti-hero.
But he was the
No,
guy.
he was our hero.
He was the guy.
Yeah, he was
who
your
didn't want you to
hero,
cheer.
He was the anti-hero.
but he was still the biggest babyface of the corporation. You can't be. You can't be. He was anti-establishment, not anti-hero. I can't see you being a babyface and being an anti-hero at the same time.
He didn't want to be cheered. That was the thing.
He didn't give a damn.
That
He
was, that's
didn't
an
give a
anti-hero.
damn.
He did,
That's awesome. He didn't give a damn if he got cheered or not.
CM Punk
He
was
was
the
still the-
anti-hero
he was-
when he was a babyface.
But he wasn't a babyface when he was doing a tweener move. Punk was tweener
That's
after.
anti-hero almost.
That's anti-hero. But Austin was the biggest babyface.
Yeah, to the heels, but in his character, he wasn't a babyface.
He was a tweener.
No, he was an anti-hero.
He wasn't a tweener because he never fought other faces until his full-on fledged turn.
Big
His
Fish.
full
There's
fledged turn.
there's three things you could be in WWE: babyface, a tweener, and a hero. There's no subcategory for anti-hero. I mean, yeah, heel, babyface, and tweener. There's no anti-hero. You can't be. Anti-hero is a gimmick, not what an attitude that you're going for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Give someone else that gimmick. Because that's what drew a ton of people.
That's what Punk was, but they dropped the ball on it.
Yeah,
I
he
think-
dropped the ball and made him one of the biggest heels in the company,
Exactly.
which
But
still works for him.
Austin was anti-establishment. I cannot say that he was anti-hero. Because he was a hero to everybody. How can you be an anti-hero if you're a hero to
Because
everybody in the
he didn't want to
corporation?
be a hero.
Yeah, he didn't want to, but he became one anyways. I want to be president. Doesn't make me president. You understand
But
my point? He
but-
wants
but
to be an
an-
anti-hero, but he got cheered by everybody. He
And
was
he
the attitude
and
hero.
he didn't want that.
He didn't want that, but that doesn't mean that he was. He wasn't. He wasn't the anti-hero because he was cheered by everybody. Just because he doesn't want it doesn't mean he is. I
So,
want to
like,
be president does not
a
make.
hero that doesn't want to be cheered still makes him a hero.
He was a hero to everybody.
Yeah, but to him himself, he wasn't a hero. He was the anti-hero because he didn't want to be cheered. He didn't want to help anybody.
But again, he was no matter what. He
To the
thought
people.
to the people. That's all
to
we're caring about. We're
to-
looking at this as a kayfabe point of view.
To
He's
himself,
cheered by
To
everybody.
himself, he was the anti-hero.
To himself, he could think all he wants, but to
Yeah.
everybody else who's living, he's not. He was anti-establishment. He was against the
He
man.
was still the anti-hero because he was doing things he didn't want to do. That's an anti-hero.
What do you mean
he- no,
didn't
he
want
did-
to do?
He didn't want to be cheered. Like the thing with McMahon in the ministry, he didn't want to do that at first, but he eventually did it. That's anti-hero. He would have to save people that originally he didn't want
Mike, I'm talking through a kayfabe point of view.
to. So are we.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero.
No,
He had to
not
rescue
an
people that
anti-hero.
originally he probably wouldn't do it in the first place. But he did it because the people wanted him to. That's an anti-hero.
The only time he ever listened to someone was when it was JR.
If JR was under attack,
If the people want you to go do something and you do it, you're not anti-hero.
he didn't want to do it.
But he listened to the people. That's what you just said. He listened to the people. They wanted him to go against the Ministry, and so he decided to do it. That's not being an anti-hero. That's doing things for the fans. That's being a hero.
He didn't do it for the fans. He did it for himself.
What? This is what you're telling me. This is what you're telling me.
The Rock.
This is what you're
He did
telling
it
me.
For The Rock.
That Austin said, "Hey, I'm not gonna go do this." The fans are like, "We want you to go hurt the Ministry." Austin's like, "No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to mess with the Ministry. I want to do what I want to do." The fans are like, "No, go mess with the Ministry." All right, Austin, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go mess with the Ministry, but I'm gonna do it for myself. What?
So that makes him a hero to the fans?
So he went to go against the Ministry because of the fans. That's what I'm saying. So you're telling me that he decided just to change his point of view?
So you mean to tell me that the fans had an influence over him?
Yes, the fans did have an influence over him.
Yet he was a guy who walked by himself. And did
You
his own
just
thing.
said that Austin
But-
did it.
but-
No. You just said that Austin didn't want to mess with the Ministry. You just said that out of your mouth. Austin did not want to mess with the
He doesn't want to
Ministry.
rescue people.
He doesn't rescue people. And then what did the audience do? They cheered. They wanted Austin to go in and do it. And what did Austin do? He did it.
He didn't do it for the fans.
Oh my. Okay.
He did it for him. What was the point of Austin's gimmick? He was a loner. He did things for himself. By the book. For
He
himself.
did things that were going to destroy the man. He always went against establishment.
He went
against the Ministry of Corporation. He went against McMahon. That's what made the Attitude Era. He did things for himself that were going to destroy the establishment.
Okay,
that were going to get
you just said
rid of
he
the
did things for
establishment.
himself.
He did things for himself that was going to destroy the establishment. That was going to be good for everything else. Destroying.
But
He believed.
he never did anything for the fan base.
he
He did it all
be-
for himself. The fans just cheered him.
No, I 100% disagree with you. I
that's
think
fine.
at a
That's
lot
what
of
it was.
times Austin did things for the fans.
It's when he turned heel is when he started listening to people. You can see he started listening to Vince McMahon.
No.
That's when he started listening to people. Yeah. When he was with the Alliance, he started listening to people.
I don't know. For some reason I just completely disagree with
It's when he started the one chant is when he decided to be with the fans.
It says right here he was an anti-hero.
His second run as a face, in kayfabe terms, he was with the fans. But his first run, feud against McMahon, he was not with the fans. Even though the fans he was a fan favorite, he was by himself. His gimmick was, don't trust anybody, he's by himself. That was his gimmick.
you. I just see a completely different way.
That's what he said every single week.
Don't trust anybody.
If he's for the fans, that means he trusts them. That completely kills his character. All of a sudden, Austin goes, I don't trust anybody but myself. Next week, I trust the fans. No. Austin's thing was, he was for himself, by himself. He didn't need anybody's help or want anything from anybody. He did it all for himself. That was his character.
All right. Well, then we're just gonna move on then, because I've never ever looked at it that way, and I can't
That's how
see
it was presented. That's how it was presented every week on television. He was a man out for himself.
All right. Well, then we'll just move on then. Again, from the way that I look at it, I've watched the entire Attitude Era. I've seen it go through fruition, happen, and I never saw it that way. I've always saw Austin as more of an anti-establishment more than anti-hero.
So that would be Punk. Punk was against the company.
But then you always have those people who compare Punk to Austin. Punk's Austin. What he's doing right now, that's what Austin does.
Because of his attitude. It's all about me. It's all about me.
I would see Punk as a lot more of an anti-hero than what Austin did. Because Punk fought the hero of the company. Austin was the hero of the company. Two completely different things. Punk fought Cena. Austin was the only hero in that company. He was the face of that company. Rather if he wanted it or not. But he was the face of that company. He was the main star of that company. Punk wasn't. Punk is someone I define more as the anti-hero. Because the establishment was the hero.
Move on, because Joker's complaining.
I don't give a shit if Joker's complaining. He can go
Well, we're
fuck
kind of running this
himself.
into the ground.
Running in this, no, we're having a good discussion. I love how whenever you guys think that we're running this into the ground, it's completely destroying the podcast. No, we're having a nice, decent discussion. But if you do want to move on, we can move on.
Yeah, okay, move on then.
All right, let's move on. X-Pac destroys his butthole.
Great way to go.
Apparently, what was he? He was doing what move was he doing? To where he
Bronco Buster.
Bronco Buster.
The most dangerous move in wrestling now.
He did. How do you destroy your butthole from doing a Bronco Buster? Unless you were
rammed it
actually.
into one of the pads.
Is that what he did?
Ram it into someone's dick. I don't know.
I can't imagine your butt being anywhere close to somewhere that would destroy your butthole.
That's
I
right.
moved out of the way, so...
You jump on a guy's chest. That's pretty much all you do. You jump on a
Well, the
guy's.
guy moved out of the way.
Oh, the guy moved out of their way. Okay. I still can't see how you can bust your butthole. When you're going stomach first into the turnbuckle.
You probably botched the landing.
That must have been a real pain in the ass for him.
Did it stretch, or did they give any idea of
Oh,
what happened?
did it stretch?
Could you see the
Wrong
blood
with you.
marks?
Very stretchy.
Could you see the blood marks?
Oh, God. Seriously, what is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What other news?
Hogan wants to fight that transsexual MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Who?
Because she's ready, brother.
I laughed.
You remind me of me, brother.
Wait, who's the transsexual MMA fighter?
There's a chick who wants to fight in UFC, but she's actually a man. It's a woman fighter that was born a man.
Born a man.
Yeah, and Hogan wants to
Like
fight
you.
He wants to fight him.
Hogan wants to fight her.
Him.
Well, he's technically a she now.
Ric Flair was hospitalized before Raw. Apparently he had another blood clot.
Did he punch his butthole?
No. Surprisingly not.
Woo! My
But he did blade on the way to the hospital.
He played on the way down.
Yeah. He says, well, I'm going to the hospital anyways. Why not just do this? They can stitch it up really quickly.
My butthole hurts now.
Yeah.
Apparently, Matt Hardy is getting married.
Apparently nobody cares.
They announced that Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be inducting Bruno Sammartino.
It was supposed to be Larry Zbyszko. But they changed
I thought it always was supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought that's what Bruno Sammartino wanted.
No, I read just now it was supposed to be Larry Zbyszko.
Well, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm glad it's Arnie. I like Arnold. So
I love he called him Arnie like he was your best
cool.
friend.
It'll be cool to see him, induct one of the biggest legends in wrestling history.
One of the biggest legends in wrestling history, and no one knew who he was until a couple months ago. Love it.
Which is sad.
Daddy, who's that guy they're talking about?
The kids in this era don't know who he is.
The kids of last era don't know who he was.
Well, that's if you don't...
Sammartino was... This last time Sammartino was ever recognized as a big star was mid-'80s.
That's if you didn't read the wrestling magazines before there was dirt sheets.
Yeah.
If you didn't read all those
All San Martino wins.
not the WCW and WWE magazines, but the regular ones.
Yeah,
if you read them and
yeah.
they had articles about him, that's how you knew who he was. That's how I knew who he was. Through those magazines.
Yeah.
What else? China reportedly speaks to Vince McMahon and says that
she's in
Hall
the
of
porn
Fame
industry.
and apparently Hall of Fame is in the near future, maybe.
She's out of the porn. She's out of the porn industry.
Yeah, she's teaching English to Japan students or something.
Yeah, she's teaching the chaps.
Did she ever find her dog?
What?
Did she ever find her dog?
Who cares? Don't bring that back up. Please don't ever bring that back up.
Yeah.
I do not need her going on Twitter and spamming some cop and going, please find my dog. Please. Just please find my dog. Please find my dog. Hey guys, here's this number. Call this woman. Here's my dog.
It was one of the greatest mysteries that have never been answered. So.
Yeah, it was cooked up like pepper. It fed to Al Snow.
Aw.
It happens.
What does everybody want?
Pepper.
What does everybody
Do we want it?
Apparently, Val Venus will not sign with WWE until they get rid of drug testing for marijuana.
They don't do drug testing for marijuana.
Apparently, you're still fined for THC though.
Yeah, you're still fined for it, but they don't actively go after you for marijuana.
But yeah, that's what he said. He's not going to be appearing on WWE TV until they officially get rid of the fine on THC.
Well, no big
Hello,
loss.
ladies.
No big loss.
How is he could even go with a PG product?
You can go with his real name.
That's true.
He doesn't have to go with the Val Venus gimmick.
Or he can come back as Chief Morley again.
Or you can come back as Val Venus in the Right to Censor gimmick.
WWE releases Jack Doan.
And who cares? It's a referee.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised to see that.
Hey, referees have a super fucking hard job in the ring to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, he'd be completely.
Yeah, slap your hand on the mat 3 times.
No.
You'd be completely if it was the black ref.
Jimmy,
I mean, because other people were talking.
Jonesy, that's completely what they don't do.
I was joking.
They have a fucking hard motherfucking job in the ring.
Yeah, they're told when to count the pin through the thing in their ear, the headset in their ear.
No, they're supposed to. Referees are pretty much the messengers in the ring. If a wrestler wants to call a move, they have to tell the referee, and the referee has to go over and make sure that the move is heard and done correctly. And he also has to relay messages through Vince and everybody. He has to listen to Vince's mouth at every single match. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. And then he has to choreograph everything happening. Referee is a hard fucking job.
For a fixed sport.
For a fixed company, there's a lot of shit that happens backstage or just behind the scenes that's just amazing.
Where's Mark Madden to call it fake wrestling like he does in all of his articles? Every time he writes an article, he goes, "Oh, by the way, guys, this is fake wrestling." No, you think? I thought it was real.
Sami Zayn.
Jim still being yelled at.
It's still real to me.
Sami Zayn.
Still real to me, damn it.
Sami Zayn.
Still working under the same name.
God damn it.
They did that just to mess with Dusty.
Sami Zayn, guys.
Sami Zayn. He's ridiculous.
It's still working under the same name that he was given a couple weeks ago. Last week, I think. Can't remember. Yeah. So it looks like he may be going with the Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Without the mask.
Poor Generico. I'm not calling him Sami Zayn. Sorry.
No, you're gonna have to, Mike.
I can live
Watch
with
him
it.
debut on
No, Mike,
watch him
you
debut
have
on
to.
Raw.
Because remember when Daniel Bryan came in and I called him Bryan Danielson, and you told me no, you had to call him Daniel
About
Bryan.
to bring that up.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan rolls off your tongue.
Okay. Sami Zayn rolls off the tongue
Sami
too.
Zayn sounds like a generic
I don't care. You have to call him.
CZW name.
You have to call him Sami Zayn.
Do anything.
Fuck your shit, mate.
I'll do anything.
I do what I want.
That's right. I'll call him Remy. I'll call him by the name they actually gave him beforehand. I'll call him Remy. It's gonna be a little retarded calling him Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, WB has 2 new trademarks. 1-800-Fella and Rock Apocalypse.
The fella.
And what?
Rock
What
Apocalypse.
was Rock Apocalypse.
Is it similar to a rock lobster?
Yeah.
Rock Lobster.
So the 1-800-Fella
The
and Rock
WCW
Apocalypse.
hotline is back.
Yeah. We may be getting the Sheamus hotline.
So I can talk to Sheamus for $1.99 a minute?
No, it's for $5. You're gonna get a pre-recording of Sheamus saying, "What's up, fella?" That's it. Just hangs up.
You want to drink a pint?
So you mean to tell me I'd have better luck talking to Scott Hall than Sheamus?
Yep.
Well, I gotta go donate $30,000 then. I'm getting right on that.
Greg, go sell your life savings so you can hang out with AJ for a day.
We got a donation button on the bottom of our live
They are
page.
not
Can you
donating $500,000 to you to go hang out with AJ for a day.
I would donate $1 million to hang out with that goddess of a woman.
Well, for one, you're not gonna be hanging out with just AJ. You're gonna be hanging out with like 8 other security guards,
I don't care. I'm hanging out with AJ and 8 different black security guards.
and you're hanging out with her security guards, which. If you ever
I'll
go,
bet you near her butthole.
if you, now what's your Xbox? If you ever go to touch AJ, they're gonna punch you in the throat.
Hey, I'm gonna look at
Hey,
I'm gonna look at the equipment, but I'm not gonna be touching it
Snake.
unless they allow me to.
They're not gonna allow.
Right,
No,
the president is in Shell too.
they're not gonna allow you to touch the goods, Greg. I'm sorry. Like, hey
Can I
guys,
touch Daniel Bryan's beard?
that they might let you do.
Yeah, there were people in that thread I picked it from asking if they could sniff her butt for 10 seconds. And then somebody posted, like, you have to be, like, one of the requirements, the fine print, it was saying, you got to be on your best behavior. And then you were like, aw, so I can't sniff her butt for 10 seconds.
That's just creepy.
Greg would do it.
I'd sniff her butt.
Well, the whole or just the
Oh,
Fuck it, I'd lick it.
Sorry, I asked.
I'd lick it.
oh,
Very sorry, I asked.
that's just creepy.
Eat it out with a spoon.
Oh,
Oh,
Fucking-
God.
I
He'd
quit.
eat the poo-poo.
I quit. I'm resigning. That's just too creepy.
He'd eat the poo-poo.
Oh.
Alright. So let's do pop flop and botch.
I think I'm done after
And
that.
then they touch each other.
Joker, you wanna start us off with pop flop and botch this week? Awesome.
BRB. He's on BRB.
I always pick the fucking people who are BRB. Okay, Big Fish, how about you start us off with pop flop and botch?
Let's see. Pop goes to the CM Punk and Undertaker feud. Flop goes to No Pancake Patterson. And botch would go to Mike
For what?
for anything.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Jonesy, pop flop and botch.
My pop is for the Punk Taker match for WrestleMania. My flop, I'll give it to. Oh, sorry, I just had. What was it?
Patterson.
Yeah, no Pancake Patterson. What's wrong with them? My botch is for Cole and Lawler continually calling the Walls of Jericho, or not walls, the Lion Tamer, the Walls of Jericho.
Is that what they did?
They never gave it a ride. They always call it the Walls.
Mike, pop flop and botch.
Let's see. My pop goes to the Punk Taker, the Shield, Sheamus, Joe Norton, and yeah. My flop goes to Tout Girl for not getting back to us till 15 minutes before start time.
Really? Is that
What'd she say?
what you
Yeah.
say?
I asked her, because I messaged her last night and asked her if she was going to be on, if she listened to any of our stuff, and they get back to me. This was last night. Okay, so I sat around and waited. I told the guys, 10:30. If she doesn't get back to me, she's not going to be on. So I just went off and messaged her like 10:45. I was like, so are you going to be on or what? Gotta let the host know. And she's like, unfortunately, no. You could have told me that hours ahead of time instead of wasting my time. So I'm writing her down as somebody that we are not going to be inviting back on here.
After listening to what crap, what is their show called? I can't remember now.
Asked.
Yeah, Asked. Yeah, I don't think we need to ever have her on.
And my botch. I swear there are some idiots on Twitter who think they're funny.
I think I'm funny.
Well, you're the only one. No, I'm talking about like they wish death on certain wrestlers.
You could not like John Cena, but don't fucking say that you're gonna want him to die.
Yeah, like
Jesus Christ, come on, bro.
There's two guys that, well, one of them I blocked. One of them follow us, so we follow him back. His Twitter handle is Death to Cena.
Yeah, I mean,
and all he does is he wishes death on Cena and Zack Ryder, and he's extremely racist to Ricardo Rodriguez. Like, are you trying to be funny? Because I'm not laughing.
Well, you do say Zack Ryder should hang himself.
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
that's no. That's
and we are
everyone.
racist towards a lot of people.
Yeah, but we don't put it out in public.
Well, no, we do. If Twitter's
not like that.
well, we don't actually like say as a hate crime. We do as more in a joking manner.
Yeah, we do it in a joking manner. That's who we are. But I'm talking about like going as so far as to do this and to go hit them and their buddies and go, oh, we own Twitter tonight, guys. Aren't we so funny?
Yeah.
We trolled that good. Like, no, you didn't troll anybody. You're just morons. Those are the type of kids that should have never been born. Their parents should have had an abortion when you had the chance.
Ignore my iTunes that just randomly popped up on on the stream.
Good job, Greg.
You can check out what songs I'm into, I guess.
My botch to Greg.
Yeah, and my second box goes to Greg. What,
All right.
Strike?
It's porn audio.
Yeah. It's Hentai audio.
Alright, I'm done.
Alright.
AGScreams.wmd.
Alright, hold on. Joker's pop is Raw not sucking, his flop is him having a headache, and his botch is X-Pac getting butthurt.
But
Alright.
Alright, Strike. Pop, flop, and botch, go.
My pop goes to Fandango, I guess. I haven't watched the build-up, but y'all are saying it's good, so I'll take your
He's
word.
ready, brother.
I'm
My
the
flop
only
goes-
I'm the
my-
only
my
one who
f-
likes that build up for Fandango. Everybody else just doesn't have
I just
no
haven't
opinion
seen
on
it, so. My flop goes to this entire freaking room because I casted like all day yesterday and nobody was in there.
Well, I'm sorry I was putting up stuff on YouTube and it slows down my computer while I'm uploading and watching the stream at the same time.
You don't have to watch the stream, you just have to be in the channel. For any viewers.
Yesterday I wasn't even home.
But why would
blame
why would I pop the chat out if I can't see what you're doing?
So you can respond to viewers if I couldn't.
Yeah, but how do I know what they're talking about if I don't have the stream on?
Strike, can you see this? Can you see chat now when you stream?
Yeah.
All right.
With Sonic, yeah, with
And just a
most
quick
of my
heads
other
up.
games, yeah.
Let's not mute your mic when you stream because we need that connectivity towards our fans. I'd like you to talk to them.
Yeah. Start speaking.
Wait, I changed my botch to Twitch.
Oh, because they're fucking everything over.
Good old Twitch.
When aren't they?
Well,
And then my botch goes to
time to go to Instagid.
I'll give it to Caitlin because she ran into a wall.
All right. Jimmy is if he's even like paying attention to.
I think Jimmy died.
All right.
Well,
All right. I guess I'll just do my pop on botch and we'll end it. My pop goes to tonight's Raw. Really good Raw. Excellently written. Fuck all of you. My botch goes to all the incompetent people in the wrestling community. And my botch goes to you people in this call for not being as enthusiastic as I am.
In a positive
Sorry. Are you talking about Raw or the enthusiastic part about Raw or WrestleMania?
No, the enthusiasm in this call it sucks.
It'll probably get better next week. Next week.
I'm sorry
Did
for
we
not
talk
being
about
too.
Booker T's reported heel turn?
Does it matter?
No, Booker T is not turning heel because he's not in a Teddy Long books more matches on SmackDown than Booker T does. That's how stupid it is.
Booker T versus Teddy Long in Extreme Rules.
Match.
Tag team match. Play.
Oh, and another pop is the possible AJ versus Caitlyn feud at WrestleMania. Can't wait.
No, it's too soon. WrestleMania is next week.
It could happen. It could happen on the pre-show.
If anything, it'll be Caitlyn versus Layla.
Nah.
Because that's what
They
I read.
haven't even had any
What if they
build-up
last
for that
showed
match.
Layla on TV?
Why not have Caitlyn and AJ?
It's too soon.
They haven't
They
even
haven't shown Layla at all.
Yeah, they haven't even shown Layla at all. Why turn Layla heel out of nowhere when you already have Caitlyn fighting AJ tonight?
What we talked about certain matches being rushed for certain feuds being rushed for the pay-per-view. Why would Caitlyn and AJ make sense to be on there?
Why would randomly turning Layla heel be a better decision in the first place?
Why would rushing another match to be on the card make sense?
It's not. That's not going to make sense. But they already have history with each other enough just to have a match.
Start the feud after WrestleMania.
That's what they
No.
should do. That's what they should do. But it's not because they need more matches for the pre-show.
Have it cultivated Extreme Rules.
It's going to be AJ versus Caitlyn.
And it's going to be extremely rushed, and nobody's going to care.
All right.
Don't care, brother.
Well, you're the only one.
Well, that's it for us over at Arc of Wrestling. We are going to be live next week. What's happening next week? Is there a pay-per-view next week?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Actually, our show's going to be April Fool's Day next week.
Is it?
Yep.
So it's gonna be a joke show.
Maybe.
Yay.
There may not even be a show.
Whoa.
Oh my.
That'd probably
Big
be
show.
the April
Well,
Fool's show.
there actually might have to be a show because Jimmy was talking to one of the 4PP members. Not the big names, but one of the 4 members that he wants to be on.
Oh.
Which one?
I forget. Because he told me he was talking to 2. One decided not to be on, but the other one, I think it was Rabis, I think.
Dude, we're going to have Rabis on?
I think.
Is he
Holy
gonna
shit.
shave on stream again?
Sorry.
If
I'm
memory
excited
ser-
for next week's show now. We're going to
If
have
memory,
Rabis
if
on.
memory serves me correctly, Jimmy said he might be on here next week.
If we
'Cause he
don't
could-
if we don't get Rabis on, I'm blaming both you and Jimmy just to give you a heads up.
Why are you blaming me? Jimmy's the one who
Just
talked to him.
because you have ginger tits.
I'm not a ginger. How many times do you have to put this in your head? I'm not a ginger.
So you can join us. You can join us on Twitter if you want to be on the podcast, or you just want to say hi to us. Talk Wrestling. We are on Twitter all the time. Twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling. Our channel is YouTube.com/Arc of Wrestling. We're gonna start updating our Blip channel, so go to blip.tv/Arc of Wrestling. We will be going. Joker will be having a way back weekend playing Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, this weekend it's going to be the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games.
Awesome.
Week
And there-
after
and-
that, we can
Right.
start playing Age of Empires
Right.
2.
Friday will be the first game. Saturday will be the second, and third will be the third.
Start to
Awesome.
finish.
Hey,
No, I've never beaten the Crash Bandicoot games, so I can't really promise a start to finish.
Okay.
And besides, I probably won't play long on Friday since Dexter comes on Fridays, and I'll watch that.
Joker puts Dexter above us. I see how it is, Joker. You don't love us anymore. You don't love us as much as you love Dexter.
Oh,
Yeah,
Strike might
homo.
be casting.
Not on Fridays. When it comes to Fridays, fuck you guys.
Oh,
That
Aw.
hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
Strike might be casting Bastion after the show.
Greg,
All right.
Age of Empires 2 unlocks on the disc.
You gonna play that on the stream?
I can't stream it.
You wanna gift it to me?
Why can't you play it on the stream? You can get XSplit.
Big Fish, gift it to me. I'll play it for like 24 hours. And I'll own
I
it.
still have to buy it for myself.
All right. Yeah, Strike will be probably streaming after the show right now. If not, you could catch all of us twitch.tv/Arc of Wrestling, or you can go check out lagspike.tv, our mother's site or father's site, whatever, over on lagspike.tv/Arc of Wrestling. That's a great place to check out awesome streams and all. So, and our WrestleMania show, we have a confirmation that our WrestleMania show will be big. We're going to be on Lagspike all day for WrestleMania. We're probably going to be streaming before and after WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, I told Adam that, and he told me to get when we figure out a time of before stream to let him know.
All right. But yeah, we're going to have an awesome day WrestleMania, so
Are
check
we
out the
gonna be
Twitter.
streaming through WrestleMania, or are we gonna stop?
We're
No,
gonna stop.
We're going to stop, and then we're going to come back after WrestleMania. But yeah, check out any more updates from us. I have a couple things lined up that I'm still trying to work on my end that I've talked with the guys with before. We're getting more things down. We have a donation button finally on the bottom of our live page over at twitch.tv/Arc of Wrestling. If you want to donate any money to us, all of it's going to go directly towards equipment for everybody who's on the podcast, so you guys could get better better quality for a podcast, better, just overall, you're going to see a better Arc of Wrestling if you just help us with donations. We're not asking, it's just going to help us out later in the future. So, if you want to do that, you can go do it on our live page. But other than that, that's the end of the show. So, thank you for coming out, and we will see you next week for another episode of the Arc of Wrestling.
Wow.
Bye-bye.